Greetings and welcome to the energy of Capricorn. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. This is a reading for the month of January 2023. Prognosis. And we're going to be releasing this before January comes along, and we'll be looking at the karma that the energy of Capricorn may have to deal with. Saturn will be ruling our reading. That's the 10th and the 11th houses. And there's also an activation of your first house. So it's going to be important to watch your actions. I would say that out of all the earth signs, Capricorn is one that is the most dutiful when it comes to karmas and responsibilities. And therefore, they are rewarded in longevity. They are rewarded in the idea of something that is long-lasting, that is structurally sound, and that is full of integrity. So all that butter aside, we're going to look into karma, firstly for the month of January 2023 for the energy of Capricorn. Okay, so for this month we have the Nine of Cups. There's a feeling of contentment by not partaking in emotional delusions. You are rewarded this month in being able to hold your own space and to not partake in egoistic sort of expressions of your own empowerment, especially when it comes to your own creativity. This allows for a great deal of stabilization, the type of stability you find by not partaking, by being content within one's own emotions, by being independent yet being integral to others. There is something about this process that has to do with not negotiating whether or not the gifts that you have from others come with a sense of expectation, especially when it comes to emotional gifts, love, all of that. Something that is conditional or full of expectation is something that the Capricorns that are wise would not partake in. The idea of gift giving, for example, when it comes to sacrifice, the sacrifice of one's own resources, to express this sacrifice to the highest degree, it is essentially a social thing, but it's also sacred, social and sacred when it comes to the idea of a gift. So the wise saints and the nuns, the people that are on the path of moksha or liberation, spiritual liberation, they don't partake in gift giving. They do sacrifice to gods, but they never accept gifts from others because of the karmic implications. We have here in the past the 10, a burden, a huge burden when it comes to a path of the heart, a path of Dharma. This burden allows you to become in full strength by not really doing much. This gives you a sense that the burden will with your arms folded together, it will solve itself somehow. There's a sense of an ending in the past, and in the future there is a choice towards the 6th house, okay? Meeting obstacles, crises, and essentially giving to at least 2 major projects or 2 major relationships that will prove fruitful if you can balance those 2 relationships out. This talks about mutability, the ability to essentially be very fluid with the connections you make with others, not having any strings attached to any one of them, and honoring essentially the ebb and flow of things, trying to find a way through balance with others with other lifestyles, with two different lifestyles that you balance out, and it will help you to provide this stability, this emotional strength. Okay, I don't see here much regret, but there's a fear of missing out of some sort. In the future, you will be guided by a great mother, someone who has wisdom, truth, communication to give you, and they will provide you a sense of freedom in terms of your own way of dealing with the sixth house. Now, here's the thing. It's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 9 houses away. There's a lesson here in all of this. By not partaking in Maya, in illusion, by not partaking in the realm of expected gains or expected results when it comes to relationships or whatever, any sort of transaction, you are going to be gifted with a sense of wisdom, or someone is going to be able to foresee what you've been through and communicate with you on a very humanitarian and elevated level. They're going to be very objective with watching your process, and they're going to help you. Yeah. The thing is that you are called to work with others. There's something about the tension that others bring to you, and they're trying to prove something. Let them prove out what they will. I mean, it's not up to you to truly partake in whatever they think to be, a type of game of realization, or a type of like give and take. You have to be careful, because a lot of gifts, they come laced with expectation. That's all I'm saying. And there's something about the social element of transactions when it comes to the sacred social medias that we deal with now, that have nothing to do with the real deal, the real McCoy when it comes to spiritual elevation. Now we're going to look into the quantum triangle. Quantum triangle uses two triadic structures of the past, the present, and the future, and it triangulates a potential outcome. Sometimes other people can affect this reading when it comes to your own particular situation, but usually it's about negotiating two realities, two linear realities, in order to fuse or to create some sort of quantum understanding of things. And this is about ascension. So we're going to get into that now. Okay. Now, when it comes to this, beware of people who are who promise something. This is a type of forbidden fruit situation. The knowledge they bring to you, it's going to give you a sense of escape. What I see here is a path. That's Gemini in the reverse. There's something about a lesson here about how to be grounded, at the same time project yourself out to certain types of union, certain types of yogas. Okay, yoga is basically a knot, an expansion of a knot. Okay, it's like bringing something together and expanding with it. Contraction and then expansion. Yoga is the expansion part of it. And the expansion, it consumes all, it's an all-consuming Vishnu energy. There's something about what you're doing now that allows you to escape by dealing with others, in terms of the ability to be flexible and be a mirror for these people. There's a sense of harmony in that process. But at the same time, there's something about escaping, getting off somewhere else, doing something else in terms of another place, a place within the ether, a mental plane, really, to see a different perspective. And there's something in the past about letting go of a place and no longer offering to that place, especially when it comes to your own ability to go with change and to no longer partake in illusion of any way, shape, or form. I think it's very important to find that there's something inside of you that is self-empowering, and it allows you to deal with at least one person that will help you on the path of ascension. This person is aspecting in some sort of way your third and your ninth houses. There's a lesson to be had here in terms of your community, a friend, someone that says something in a certain way. Those words become your teacher or your guide. We have two sixes here, 6 of rods and the 6 of swords. Now, when fire and air negate each other, there's a complete harmonium here. There's a very special way to see how, with the 6, in the future, there's something about your actions that are different and independent, that speak very loudly to those you've left behind. There's something about completely turning heads about the way you do things in the future that speaks of a great attention to detail and attention to the path. This path is not understood by others, but in that action of walking that path, of doing those things, you break free from the clutches of Saturn and the clutches of Jupiter in a way. I mean, there's a hidden gift here that comes with it's like expressions of independence, expressions of your own path. You have to pay attention because this is a very strong period, especially January, of coming up with the right voice or the right mindset. And this will push you forward in your projects, especially when it comes to the path of freedom, emancipation, and the path of anti-slavery. There's something about this where you are being liberated in terms of your own capacity to do things and to lead others in your action, but not by your words, in action, not in words, okay? It's a very positive reading. I do wish you well. Take care now. Bye-bye.